To a new video. It finally arrived, the Google Pixel 6, and yeah, I want to unbox. I've unboxed it already, but I want to give you my first impressions of the Google Pixel 6. So let's get started. So this is the Google Pixel 6 in this, I don't know what it is, I think white and red kind of color combination that I chose. And yeah, this is really the normal Google 6 model, not the Plus model, so only gets the 50 megapixel sensor, the main sensor, and I think it is 16 megapixel ultra wide. I'm not sure, the 12 or 13 megapixel ultra wide angle. Ultra wide, I will blend it in so you know what it is. Anyway, first impressions on this device. It is bigger than I thought, especially like when you ever had a Google Pixel 3a or 4a in your hand, or even 5a in your hand. It's a lot smaller, and this one is a lot bigger. It has something to do not, I think, with the tallness, because it is as tall as other devices maybe, but the width is just simply enormous, especially when you're coming from P50 Pro, for example, or other devices that are more slim and have a curved kind of display. Here you can see the display. I already turned it on. There's the front 8 megapixel camera, I think. Cannot record 1080p 30, which is a bit of a bummer. We have the earpiece there, it's a bit of reflective there, and we have a bottom firing speaker as well, as you can see here, the speaker grill and a USB Type-C port 3.2, I think it should be. And yeah, the clicky buttons on the left, which I really don't like, that the power button is on top and the volume rocker is on the bottom. It is very clicky and tactile, and they're like sunken into a little rail here, but it's very strange because every other manufacturer does it the complete opposite way. And this is why I sometimes hit already the volume button instead of the power button. It's a bit loud in the background. Someone is cleaning up all the autumn leaves that were falling down. Otherwise, fingerprint scanner, I had to re-add my fingerprint, because on the first try it was like so bad that when I went outside and tried the fingerprint, it was not working at all. I don't like the animations for creating the fingerprint or just adding a fingerprint to the system, because it's a bit misleading. I like the Huawei way a little bit more, because it tells you exactly where to press or how to hold your finger. And here you have like only this button jumping around a few times, which it doesn't give you a nice explanation. The other thing that I noticed immediately with the fingerprint sensor, if I want to unlock it now when the display is off, not possible. How is it possible in 2021 for a flagship design phone? You have to double tap and then unlock, which is like a big bummer. And I hope that Google will fix this with a software update, because it's an AMOLED screen. It should have like always on display or something like this, or the possibility to react on the sensors. So if I like turn a bit around or something like this, it turns around here. It turns on a little thing on the screen, so I can use my fingerprints. Not always working always. First impression, fingerprint scanner might be better. Needs some software updates to be a little bit better. Otherwise, it's working fine. And the device is a bit heavy, I would say. So the Pixel 4a, 5a, all those budget Pixel lineups were a lot lighter. This feels a bit more substantial. Also glass on the back, glass on the front. The glass on the front feels a little bit colder than the glass on the back, which is interesting. Could be because this one is Gorilla Glass Victus, as far as I'm aware, and the other one is Gorilla Glass 5 or 6 or something like this, so another version of Gorilla Glass. Then the camera bump, I think it looks okay. You can feel it definitely. It's not like smooth here. On the side it is smooth. Here on the side it is really, really smooth, but it's also like a plastic thing. You can feel it with your thumb, so it is not the best quality. It's like here, you can feel like plastic inserted into here to the camera bump, and here it is sharp, and there it's also sharp. Dust magnet, I would say already. But talking about the cameras, maybe I give you my first impression of the front-facing camera that I recorded a few minutes ago. and then we take a look at the back-facing camera. So now the front-facing video camera test on the Google Pixel 6, and yeah, this is a little bit of lower resolution, I think only 8 megapixels, and it can only record 1080p, and I think it is recording in 1080p 30 frames per second. I'm holding it in my hand right now and using the microphone, the internal microphone of the Google Pixel 6. So tell me, how is stabilization, colors, and yeah, the rest. So this is the Pixel 6 main camera, 1080p 60 frames per second, and can go up to 4K 30 frames per second, but because I have a timeline of 1080p 60, I thought it might be good reason to switch to 1080p 60 here. It has, I think, a microphone on the back, so you should hear me okay. I hope so, at least. And what I didn't try out, if you can switch to the ultra wide angle, so let's take a look if there's a possibility. Yes. Ta-da! And it has like a smooth transition to the ultra wide angle that can also do 1080p 60 frames per second, as you can see here. So I have the smooth transitioning options, and when I want to show you something, for example in the back, hope the audio is still recording nicely and stabilization is good, I can switch to the 1x, and it's switching a little bit, as you can see here. Let's go back. Oh, this was smooth, I think. This is also good, and 2x also okay, I would say. So yeah, smooth transitionings are possible here, and yeah, this is the Pixel video recording 1080p 60 frames per second. So what do you think about the Pixel 6? This is a front-facing camera, 1080p 30 frames per second, and yeah, write down in the comment section what you expect of the Pixel 6 series in terms of cameras. And that's every short little overview and first look of the Pixel 6. Until the next time, bye!